Hey folks, I've got another quick video here for you about an application for the law of large numbers as it applies to probability. In a previous video, we saw that the relative frequency of an event can approximate the true probability of that event. And essentially, as the number of repetitions increases, whether it be number of flips of a coin or rolls of a die or people in a sample, as n increases, using n kind of generically there, then the empirical probability, that's the one where the information is gathered from observation or experimentation, will approach the theoretical probabilities. Recall that we said probability is based off of long-term expectation. So this is really at the heart of the definition of probability. But I also want to show you a common application of the law of large numbers, which is in the context of something that is called the gambler's fallacy or the gambler's ruin. And there's a lot of technicalities behind all of this, and I'm trying to just scrub the surface here. And there's a lot of imagery that has already been created, and so I'm going to open Google here, and I have Googled the law of large numbers. And over here, I've got a little graph that I thought was nice, illustrating that on the horizontal axis is the number of repetitions of something not unlike a coin, in which the probability of an event is 0.5. And what we see in the short term is a lot of erratic behavior. Here, these little colorful curves are the relative frequency for a coin flip over the course of many, many flips. And in the short term, this blue curve is demonstrating that the relative frequency was a lot less than expected in the short term, especially. And as the trials increased, it is approaching the true probability of 0.5. This black curve is demonstrating that the event occurred a lot more than expected, at least initially, and then it actually even dips below 0.5. And over the course of many trials, the relative frequency will approach 0.5. And so what does this have to do with the gambler's fallacy? The gambler's fallacy is essentially the idea of a potentially misguided belief where perhaps someone is gambling and perhaps they have been losing. The belief that I am due for a win any second now. Well, not really, because every time you play a particular game is an independent event and has no history or memory of what came prior. And that also goes the other way. A gambler who has been winning repetitively may erroneously believe that they are due for a loss, and that's not necessarily true either, because every game would have its own probability of win or lose, and that's a whole nother topic. So anyways, the law of large numbers has a few different interpretations, and here's one in which it applies to probability. And I encourage you to go Google a little bit of the gambler's fallacy if that appeals to you.